All right.
We are live, dude.
We're live, bro.
We're live with a podcast that has no name. Absolutely no name.
Wow.
So professional.
Hey,
You can tell I really thought this through
you did.
before hopping on here, but I don't know. I kind of just wanted to talk. I think that the subject matter and like what we'll be talking about is like more important than even knowing what this is called yet.
Yeah.
Because I think people, I would be interested if I knew like a DIY band that was doing everything themselves and sat down and like explained their process.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, like, so I don't know. I think people get a lot out of this, but
all
being said, dude,
bro,
the song's been out a week.
Oh boy.
It's been out like a week and 2 days now. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the reception? How do you feel about the launch? How do you feel about everything?
Overwhelmed, bro. Like overwhelmed with like good shit, you know, like it's awesome. People have been loving the track, and it's great to see that, because you know you put so many hours into something and you don't even know sometimes if it's gonna do anything cool, and it's just great to know that people dig it, because like this was a very risky track, you know.
Yeah, this was
a lot of versions, as
a
you know.
A lot of versions, a lot of back and forth. Yeah. We didn't even know what the fuck this was gonna be when we were making it. We thought we knew so many times. I think it really took shape when you did that production breakdown and put it up.
That was a scary one.
Yeah, when you first put up the production like drop, I think is when it really took shape. So I want to start with the way I want to sort of organize this podcast is I want to start with you and the writing of the track, you know, then going into like production, the mixing, like your influences from all that side, figure out, you know, what you pulled from to pull all this shit out and get it all together. And then once we touch on all that, we'll move to video.
Ooh.
And then after video, we'll tell some stories about the video and stuff like that. And then we'll close out. But
that sounds good, man. Let's do it, bro. I'm hyped, man. We haven't done this in a long time.
It's been a minute. You know, there is one thing we forgot that we can pause on.
What?
We didn't get beers.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I'll be right back.
He'll be right back. So after this short break.
Have you tried these?
I don't think so.
Low carb.
I see Yingling on there. Yeah. Yingling Fly. Are they twist offs?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me twist it off.
Tastes like
this is all getting left in, by the way.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah. Leave it. There it is.
Okay. Cheers. There it is. Cheers. To everything in my mind, dude.
Everything in my mind.
It's fucking out, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So, I want to take it back to when the song was like first written, because it was written, I think, in a really interesting way.
Yeah.
It started in an interesting way. So, I would like for you to tell the story of like how you originally came about the idea, you know?
Yeah. This one is, I think, very much inspired by Ludens.
Mm-hmm.
I think when Bring Me dropped that, I was like, whoa, bro, we got to rethink like how to be creative. Because there's, to me, why they're like my favorite band is they just take risks and it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, you know, with music, because it's, you get bored of just hearing the same thing. So yeah, it's very heavily inspired by Ludens. I think one night, I usually do this from time to time. Alec plays video games, and I'll be like, bro, I'm gonna try writing something. Just stream what you're playing, so I can like get the imagination of being in a video game and stuff. Because I love playing video games, but can't play them as much when I'm trying to like, you know, do stuff. But yeah, it's like, bro, stream a game and I'll try to write. And he started streaming. What is it? Death Stranding?
Yeah, Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding. And as he was streaming that, I was just like watching the video game and like writing like just some random stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's how it started. Literally just watching him play Death Stranding. I caught a vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, and I started writing that track, and it was cool. At first, the crazy thing is the song wasn't even gonna be anything special. It was just supposed to be this little Lucy track, you know?
Yeah.
But it turned out pretty crazy, man. I mean, I mean, it developed. I think we wrote that track, and then, you know, you put your vocals on it. It was great.
Yeah.
We had a lot of ideas vocally on it, and then time went by. I think it was like a couple months. Mm-hmm. And then I listened to it one day. I was like, bro, you got to do something with this track.
Which is how a lot of our stuff happens, by the way. It's how a lot of songs end up coming out. Is Raul will listen back to like something on Dropbox and be like, dude, this is sick. Why is this not out yet? Why have we not finished this?
We have a bunch of those, man.
We do. We really do. We have a bunch of those things where we forget how sick it is.
Yeah. How was it for you? I'm sorry. I know you're trying to get with me, but it's crazy.
No, it's okay. Yeah, for me, I remember when I had first heard it, it felt like, I don't know, it felt super fresh and like super like different for us, but I was so sort of intimidated by it because like there was these like, you know, like the tom heavy part that she like wrote and all this stuff. Like it was getting really heavy and I was like, oh no, like I can't scream that well. And this feels like a heavy track. And like, is this even Nevertel's sound? You know, like it was just because I'm used to like down and cold and all this stuff that we have already. So I wasn't even sure about it at first, but I just threw melodies and whatever I could on it at first just to see if anything would stick, you know? And there was actually a debate for us for a while where we were like even trying to figure out what the second verse was going to be because you did something cool and I did something cool. But like I don't know. I think I still didn't accept that was Nevertel. You know, like it sounded cool. The chorus was good. We had the chorus and a couple verses and stuff like that. But I don't think I still accepted that it was Nevertel, which is why I think for all of us, it just sort of sat. Right. We didn't really fully accept like, oh, this is really a Nevertel track. To us, it just felt like a cool experiment. Yeah. But we didn't really know what to do with it. Right. I think once you like heard it again and had an idea of what to do with it. Yeah. Like you were like, oh, this is what it can be. Yeah. Then we sort of like caught your inspiration in like what you were saying and it was full speed ahead at that point. Yeah. I don't know. And mind you, people, the version we're talking about, this is before the electronic drop existed. That did not exist yet. That didn't exist. That crazy electronic drop with all like the crazy stuff that goes into like the hip hop breakdown, that didn't exist yet. Yeah. It was basically up till the second chorus, and then it just kind of like faded out after that, or did some beat and faded out. So I remember then. I want you to sort of take through like the process of revitalizing that song and doing the production for that specific part, because at first I didn't even like that production part. I don't know, for a while we had this bridge that we played on piano that was pretty cool, but it was like most of our songs, I would say, like most of our like chill bridges. So what was it like for you to like have to sit down and sort of take something in such a weird direction like that for us? Like, I feel like I hear the sounds and I'm like, dude, what did he even do? Yeah. I don't know, man. I remember, it was like on a Sunday or something. And, the track was getting fleshed out. I think we had sat with it one time and we had started like adjusting where the melodies would go. We actually made that pre-chorus part where I sing in the second verse. Remember, we were like cut verses together. So I think it was just on a Sunday, I was listening to the track and it was like a random inspiration of just like, I just wanted to be weird. I was on my weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, what can I do that's so stupid? So yeah, I went in there, I cut the bridge out. I opened a whole brand new project because I kind of get OCD and I can't see so many tracks. Yeah. Opened a whole new project and I just started randomly plucking and hoping, as James said back in the day. Did you have the idea for the bam, bam, bam guitar first and then you created the production around it? Yeah, the first thing that came was the bum, bum, bum. That's all it was. And it was like a synth. And it was all I had was dun, dun, dun. And then after that, it was like building around that. I was like, dun, dun, dun. Then I had the, dun. You know what I mean? Then I started adding all those weird sounds into it. Yeah. And then the minute I did the first sound, I think it was, I was like, oh. And then I started like going even wilder. Yeah. And then, I don't know if I showed you guys that the first day I wrote it. I think I sat on it because I was like, you probably did. Probably did, because I was like, this is so dumb. I'm not even going to show this. And it was till the second day when I woke up and I heard it again. I was like, okay, this is different. It's cool. Yeah. I don't know if I've heard it, you know? Yeah. And I guess that's what I wanted to try to go for, was something very weird. And I knew that when I showed you guys, it would be like hard to accept because it's different. I think Alec and Josh accepted it almost instantly, didn't they? Well, yeah, I think Josh. Sure. He saw the heaviness in it. I think just loved that about it. Yeah. I think Alec was like, whoa,
what is this? And then you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. Bro. I think it was version G. Was version G the one that had the drop, or the one that had the, I can't remember, but I was just like, I don't know. We were like tossing between two like letters. It was like G or E or something like that. And I was like, I like E. And you guys were like, I like G. And I think G had like the electronic breakdown, but
yeah.
I think the more that I sat with it too, the more it just felt right. I love the way that it just like, after like this intense, crazy, huge open chorus, it goes to this really like intimate, electronic, weird break. So cool.
I wanted to do some psychedelic too. I don't know why. Like audio psychedelic. You know what I'm saying?
You want to trip some people out, dude. Like, take some shrooms of this, dude.
Yeah.
Try it out, dude. Take some acid and listen to this.
And watch this. Yeah, and listen to this song.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. Dude, that honestly going, fast forward later, we'll talk about that. And that inspired just stuff visually too. Just so much hearing that. Like that was a really big help. But yeah. So what did it look like sitting down to actually track and mix it? Because you have the project, the song done. We've all approved of everything. We like the electronic break and everything. And we kind of have an idea of what's going down. Like, so what was it like just sitting down to work on it? Was it like intimidating? Did you like dread it a little bit, or were you just pumped to just go in there and do it?
It was a mixture of all of it, bro. Yeah. Because I think it was intimidating because it was something weird. Mm-hmm. And like, we never put breakdowns in our shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not really.
Not really. It's like, I think what we have is mostly like, I don't know. There's just like harsh parts. They're not really like breakdowns. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But this was like a breakdown, and it kind of took me back to like being 16, 14 and recording that.
Yeah.
It was intimidating, but at the same time, it was kind of annoying to track, just because like I haven't tracked like that in a minute. But it overall was hella fun, and I think we just had fun with it, man. I think like even back like when we did the vocals, we took our time on it, and we didn't rush anything, and I think that's why it came out the way it did, because it wasn't rushed. It was we were dropping songs so frequently, and we weren't able to polish them the way we wanted to.
Yeah.
And now that we were able to step back and polish this the way we wanted it to, and wait and fucking do the video and the ads and all this shit, and make sure it was something that we all love, to drop it. And yeah, I think that's what killed it. I'm sorry. I know that's deviating from the question.
Yeah, no, but it's even like going back to that. It's still, it's important to just like, just deviate and go where it's just going to take us,
Yeah.
But
I think that was fun. I think even when we tracked, I think when we went over lyrics, we looked at each other after that session and was like, wow, we need to do shit like this more often. Remember?
Yeah.
We like ran through the lyrics, and like we really, I don't know. It's like we do it for every song. This song was different.
Yeah, this song, I don't know. This song was different. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just something about it was just hella different.
We had like the mantra, which I think we've absorbed now sort of into the band fully, which is like almost just do it till it's done, or do it till it's right. It's like before we would just like, I don't know. We before we were talking about Nice Try at the last podcast we had done. We were talking about Nice Try. We were just like getting stuff out the door. We didn't really care. And I feel like there's a good balance between the two of that, but we didn't really care about like, yo, is this the best that it can be right now? We were just like, we need to have a song for the month. This is the song for the month. Let's get it out. We need to have a song. So that's why Another Lie had such little like promotion, had such little like marketing, and just push behind it, because we were like, we need a song for the month. This is it.
Yeah.
Let's not really go over the lyrics too much. Let's just get it out, Right. So this was like, this song almost came from a desire to just like spend a lot of time on something and like lovingly craft something for people that was going to entertain them, and not just give them a song to throw in their playlist that will be confused with any other artist or any other band. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. I think finding that, I feel like a lot of bands that are coming up now, and like, I'm not a professional, nothing, like we're not signed, whatever, but
yeah,
I think one thing that's valuable that bands I think should look into is really trying to stand out, in a sense, not to do it like in a real obvious and cliche way, but just stand out, man. Like, I don't know, finding those things that make you different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And really double downing on that, because at the beginning of our career, we were just not so copying or anything.
We're emulating, sort of.
Yeah, it's just like more of an emulation. Yeah.
You don't have your own voice. You don't have your own sound. So all you know what sounds good is other bands. So you're like,
right, you're referencing that.
Yeah, you're too scared to do anything on your own because you copy artists in their voice, their style, everything, because you're like, what I make isn't as good as them, so I need to do what they do.
Yeah,
it's like natural.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I think with what we're making, like the songs that we're creating now, it's hard to reference, and I think that's fun. I think it's fun to be in some lane that you're just like, what the hell? Where's the blueprint to this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, where's the blueprint for this song? Where's the exact reference for this mix? Where can I find it? It's like, where's the reference for this like mixture of genres? Because I don't know how to make this. The problem we have with our, this new stuff we're writing is, how do we make this not sound like a cover?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think. That's when it starts to get a lot of like really fun, when you're sonically sort of, I feel like, paving your own way for your own band in a way that you wouldn't have like seen before. And that's what Everything in My Mind, I think that's the first song where we really felt like, well, that and No Reverse. I think those are like the first songs where I was just like, dude, this doesn't sound like anybody that I know. I hear the influences and stuff like that, but I don't hear anybody else in it. It just sounds like Nevertel.
Yeah, 100%.
So what kind of mixes were you referencing when you were going in for Everything in My Mind? Because the mix for Everything in My Mind is really, it's like easily our best mix yet. Thanks, I feel. And it's like, the guitars, they're like just like this perfect spot for vocals to shine. Vocals sound incredible. The vocal mix is incredible. Like the breakdown hits. So what were you sort of referencing when you were like trying to go out and mix this? Like, what did it look like for you?
Damn, I'm really trying to like think. I don't know. I think it was a lot of things. I think it was mostly a lot of referencing, like maybe I Prevail. Shout out Tyler.
Yeah. Shout out.
Fucking Bring Me, obviously, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was just such a weird song. It was hard to know what to look at. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
where it's getting. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, where do I go to reference this shit? Yeah. And that's what was fun about it. And I played around with it. I didn't do the same shit that mixing wise that I've done before.
Yeah.
But it was a fun little thing to do. I don't know. It was cool. I'm going off. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, it's like, I think that goes back to like the mantra where I should say, maybe it isn't do it till it's right. It's do it till it feels good.
Yeah. It's like,
it's just do it until it feels good. Once it feels good to you, like don't go back. Don't try to change it. If it feels good to you and it got you excited at one point, it's probably really, really sick.
Yeah. You know? It's like, I'm sure with the video too, it's like hard to know when it's done.
Yeah.
It's hard to know when to be like, give it the fax stamp and be like, okay, there's nothing more I can do to this. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it ride. And I think that's the hardest thing about all this shit. It's like knowing when to call it done.
That's the hardest part about, to anyone out there that's looking to do DIY or that is looking to grab anything at all from this, is the hardest thing is to do things DIY. Like it's really hard to mix your own band, to produce your own band, to shoot video for your own band, 100%. To do anything, because if it's for someone else, that there's almost less of a like that self-doubt when you're just doing it for someone else, which is weird. You think it'd be the opposite, like you're giving this to somebody else. Oh shit, like do they think it's cool? But like I don't know, I've always found the opposite way when you're DIY and you're like, compare, like when you can just pull up the project and change the mix at any point. Why would you not just pull it up and change that? Like, oh, this vocal needs to be louder. Boop
boop. Yeah.
Oh, I need to get like 2 dB off of drums because they're too loud. Oh, vocals now need to go up. Oh no, vocals too loud. Like when you can do shit like that, it's just like it can keep you in that infinite sort of cycle.
Yeah, it's like, remember when we went to James, like there was that sense of there was less control sometimes, you know, on some things.
Yeah.
Like mixing and stuff. So like you say, I have the project, I can open it and be like, let me like lower 2K or something on whatever. And I can. But it's when we worked with James, it was easier because he could be like, yo, it's done.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it, buddy. Like we're good.
Right.
We're good. You're good. It's sick. You know, now with us like doing a DIY, it's hard to know.
No one's saying that.
Yeah. You're just kind of relying on each other to hype each other up to be like, yo, that's tight.
Yeah.
It's done.
That's done.
Yeah, we're good. And then it's hard to do it with each other because it's our band and it's hard to just kind of get out of there and like look down and be like, yeah, that's the right move. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Even when you show other people, you feel like, and they tell you the same thing, you're like, they're just not saying it because they don't want to say it.
Yeah.
They're just not saying this thing because they don't want to they don't want to make me overthink it. But
how was showing everything in my mind for the first time to any of your friends?
Oh my God. Yeah.
How nervous were you?
You gotta go with this after two. But dude, seriously, that's what really sold me on it because I don't know, I think you and me were both in the same boat where like, we knew this song was like really, really special, but like, we were also just like, I don't know if people are going to like it.
Yeah.
And therefore I don't know if I like it yet.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was like, we knew it was sick. We knew it was cool. Like it was very entertaining, but we're like, is this a song that people are going to want to listen to, like enjoy and like,
right.
You know, but I think what sold it to me is when I started showing like a lot of friends that I trust, like outside of the band, that were literally like losing their mind. Like I had a homie of mine that I trust a lot about like stuff like this. You know, when I show him a few songs, he'll give me that stamp of like, yo, I'm obsessed with this. This is really, really sick, or this is like cool. But you know, I probably won't listen to it very much. Like this is the only song we've ever shown him where he was like, every time I would see him, he'd be like, dude, can we just go in the car and listen to it real quick? Like Tyler. Yeah, my homie Tyler Bond. He was just like, he would be like, dude, can we just go in the car and listen to this real quick? Every time he came over to my apartment, I was like, sure, dude. And after I think the 6th or 7th time, he was like, dude, this has to be my last time. He's like, because I feel like I'm going to keep coming over here and want to listen to it, and I'm going to keep bugging you. And he's like, and I want to be surprised again when the video comes. He's like, this has to be the last time because when he gets things stuck in his head, he needs to listen. I'm sure you're the same way. You need to listen to the song then right after that. And he couldn't scratch that itch. So he's like, I can't, it's hurting me.
Did you see the video? Oh,
yeah. I thought the video was sick. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So what about, that's pretty much everyone in the case was just like, yo, this song is sick. This song's incredible. I can't wait till this is out. So, you know, for you and your friends, like what were you getting the same sort of response?
Yeah. I loved it because it was funny seeing them like listen to the song vibe. And I always like kind of like take images in my brain of the first time of them singing. So when I showed them, I brought them to the studio. I was like, hey, I got a track. I didn't show them this song until it was sort of done.
Yeah, because you have a lot more hip hop friends too. Like my friends are like, a lot of my friends are like into like rock and hip hop, but they're mainly rock. And you have a lot of friends too that are hip hop first and rock second, you know? Yeah.
So I didn't think they'd like it. I was like, this is going to be weird. And they're going to hear me rap over some weird shit, you know?
Yeah.
So I was playing it for them and, you know, they're vibing the whole song. They're like, oh, okay, this is sick. Like, you know, like that whole like sway. People give you sometimes. And I remember the first time the breakdown hit, I was showing Nick, and he was just like, kind of like gave me that like, just kind of like threw himself back and looked at me and was like, what is this? And then after, I think like when the chorus hit again, they were sold on it, and then he was like telling me after that, he was like, bro, this is crazy, you know? And that was such a great reaction. That's like the same for me. It was like, when I saw that, it kind of sold me more on the song too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we made the right decision, you know, even though it was weird and it was sketch.
Yeah.
To go this route, you know?
Yeah. My dad, when he heard it, he was just like, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to my dad recently on the phone and he was like, he had heard the song because typically he loves all of our music. He, you know, he's just so blown away by like the shit we put out. And this one, I mean, he still thought it was like a really like incredible, but he was just like, it's different. You know, it's just not his type of music at all, like
100%.
in the slightest. So like, but he, it was funny hearing someone just like not get it at all, but still try to be like, it's really good, but just not, they just didn't get it. I understand that.
I mean, we did take people for on a roller coaster going from fucking Nice Try to like this pump rock gym song to go into this like
another line,
like we're just like
song.
This pop like fucking alternative rock song to whatever this song is.
Dude, I think that literally explains our brains. Like in just 3 songs, like we're just all over the place sometimes. Like we just love so many different styles of music and like mixes and reference so many different things that it's hard. It's even hard for us to like, keep in mind almost like what we should sound like, but I think we've really, really nailed it down lately, especially with Everything in My Mind. I think that it's like a really sick song in our arsenal. And I think live, that song is going to be crazy. Because songs like Another Lie are cool, but you really can't do much with them live.
Yeah.
Like that's not a song that would translate well live unless it was like somehow a huge fan favorite. Songs like A Nice Try and No Reverse and Everything in My Mind.
Yeah.
Really good live songs.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's fun. Damn, I was gonna say something. I fucking forgot. God damn
it. Was it?
I hate this shit.
It happens all the time, especially in podcasts, because you're trying to like remember cool things.
Yes, I was like,
also trying to listen to the person. You're like, yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, we take people on a ride. I think if there's one thing that people can expect from Nevertel is that like you can almost expect nothing.
Yeah. Literally, you can't expect nothing.
You can't expect anything. Genuinely, we don't know.
I think I think Everything in My Mind will make more sense, in the future with our future music.
Definitely.
I think it'll make more sense. And I think now we're getting to a point where we're unconsciously, I don't know what the fuck you say, making our sound, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like I don't think about it anymore. But it tends to always, I think, remember we had this conversation. I was like, telling you.
Work, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, remember, like an instrumental can sound like such and such band. The minute me and you go on it, it turns Nevertel. It's weird.
Yeah.
This weird ass shit. Because Stranded, oh my God.
That was the demo name for that was the demo name for Everything in My Mind. It was Stranded, yeah.
Yeah, Everything in My Mind. If you strip it all back, it could sound like X band or whatever the hell you want to call it. But the minute we went on it, it was okay. This is Nevertel.
What's funny is that the song was inspired. You say the song is inspired by Ludens. I haven't heard a single Bring Me comparison.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Heard a single. I think that's because like our vocal dynamic is so different from them.
Yeah, it takes you away.
We are completely different from Bring Me the Horizon vocally.
Yeah.
We were getting more Issues comparisons, which I was like, what? Only in the vocals could I hear in a few runs, like, or like maybe in my voice in the second verse and some runs, but like we were getting Issues comparisons. Still Linkin Park, which is, just because of the rock and the rap.
Yeah.
And I think that was really all I've seen for the song so far. No one, the thing that I love about the song too is no one has come out and said like, oh man, this sounds like this band. Oh, this sounds just like this band. Like no one's really saying that very often. Like when we came out with, previous records, like especially with Deep Down, we would get like the comparison to like, oh, this is so cool, like a new Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so cool, like a new this, or oh, it sounds just like Palisades,
Right.
Whereas now I think we're finally getting to a point where people are just taking Nevertel at face value and aren't just comparing us constantly to other people.
Yeah.
Which is
that's what we want, man.
Right where I want to be now. Right where I want to be. I really don't get offended by comparisons. Like if people can pinpoint it and be like, yo, this song or you remind me of this band. I'm like, you hear it in my writing. That's sick. It's cool to know that it comes out in my writing, but it's also cool when no one says anything about it. And it's just like, this is a good song.
Right. And it feels good. I don't know. I think that's one thing that I've been chasing personally for a long time is just trying to find what we are. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so
that
weird.
Was a song almost. Yeah. It's a song.
Literally, it's just trying to find what we are and trying to stand out. And it's fucking scary, bro. Like I knew I think No Reverse was one of the first songs that I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like sitting, remember we got in the car and I was talking to you. I was like, bro, I don't know. This has too much rap in it. Mm-hmm. No one's going to fuck with this.
Yeah.
This is, and it's because it's scary. It's like, you don't know because we hadn't done that before.
Yeah.
And then everything in my mind was like, bro, this bridge, this damn thing is so weird. I don't even know if people are going to like this.
Is this going to take people out of it? Are they going to be too like turned off? Like that was the worry from all of us, or mainly from me and you. I think Josh and Alec eventually just sort of accepted it. And we're just like, this is sick. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah. Which is awesome to have them there to do that.
Yeah. It's like, good to have them to keep us like,
we get into it too much.
Yeah.
We get into our own heads at times, which is hard to, that's another reason why it's hard to do DIY.
That is, yeah. Because you start to overthink everything in your mind. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's like the song name, guys. Literally, if you couldn't tell, we've literally been overthinking everything, like self-producing. This song is, and the funny thing is that people that are like, listen to it now, I don't like ruining or spoiling like what songs are about, but I think we've kind of been touching on it for like a lot throughout this podcast so far, is that it's the songs about being lost. I wrote a song about not knowing what to write a song about. 100%. And the feeling of not being able to cope with that or feeling like inadequate because of that,
Yeah.
And then you sort of came in with your spin on it too, where you're just like, man, when I do write, I just feel like a copy.
Yeah.
Which fits so well together about just overthinking whatever you do. Yeah. It's all, you're always overthinking every step you make. I think that speaks to many different people in different ways.
Yeah. Like I think the one, I know it's like not the biggest line, I guess, on the song, but it's the losing my confidence, feeling like I don't deserve no acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, sometimes you have buddies that are like hyping you up on something and you're just like, bro, nope.
Yeah.
And there was that song. That song was mostly about like, we didn't know where to take this song. And it was great because when you came up with that concept and I started singing the lyrics that you were writing, I was like, whoa, it's so cool. Like, and we went with that and it was so easy to write about because it's like we were going through that. This song we wrote about something that we were living in that moment.
Yeah.
That's
what I've gotten a lot out of this song lyrically too. I think you could probably agree with me. Like, this song has changed my perspective on how I write lyrics. Cause even for a lot of like our previous songs, I would even say like Nice Try specifically and Another Lie were two songs that I wasn't really going through what I was writing about, No Reverse was one of those scenarios where like it was easy to write because again, I was going through it, but like I didn't really like put that together at that point. There was even songs on Deep Down or like Living Fiction where I would just write about something I didn't have a super deep connection with, or I wasn't able to like totally relate to, and they'd feel like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
But I think even writing the song, it was just, it showed me that, holy shit, like I can write about anything. And as long as anything, like literally anything, and as long as whatever I'm thinking, even if it is as stupid as, bro, I can't write a song right now. Like I just can't do it. And just writing a song about that, like it just showed me that why am I gatekeeping what people can write songs about? Because I knew our most popular songs were Cold and Down, and I'm like, this song isn't like sad. This song isn't like woe is me. But it ended up turning a little bit into that. But it was like every song we need to write then needs to be this super emotional like journey that's gonna like save people, And like I started overthinking everything that I was writing because it wasn't that, But this song taught me that you can write a song about literally anything, and as long as you're not like too specific, like some of the lines that I wrote before we changed them were, like your core message and core emotion that you're feeling while writing that song will come across to people. Because we just saw someone make an entire post saying that it was about depression and it like spoke to them, and
beautiful.
It was beautiful, but it wasn't our intention to write about that. But it's speaking to people in different ways. And Tyler even texted me. He's like, dude, now that I'm hearing the song, like I'm going through something similar, or I'm not going through struggling with writing, but I'm going through something very similar to the song speaking to me about, and it's just like, that's so cool.
That's what's beautiful about music, is that you can write, like it's even with us, like when you write a lyric, I interpret it. It could hit me differently, and it'll inspire me to write about a situation that I've been feeling about.
Yeah.
So that's with everything in my mind when I looked at your lyrics. Instantly got hit with inspiration. It was like the line, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but like when you say everybody's counting on me, there's a line that I say, I hate the rejection, but I ain't about stopping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everybody's counting on me, but I'm scared to get rejection when I show them what I love. or what I've been working on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like these things that just inspired me when I was even writing like some of the rap stuff. But yeah, it's just beautiful thing that people, if you make it like kind of open enough, people can interpret it into their own life. You know what I mean? It could be about not knowing where to go with your life, your work life. You don't know where to go.
Like lost. Yeah.
You feel like a copy, like you're fucking, I don't know, someone else at your job. You feel like them. You're trying to like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But it's just beautiful seeing that. When we got that post out, that was the moment too where I was just like sitting there like, wow. Like, you know, that wasn't our intention with this song, like to write some, like it wasn't about that, but that person took it in like that.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's what music does. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah. This song really helped me, you know, and I think you as well, but you've always been like sick with, especially working with comics like that. You've been able to like sort of mentally dump your emotions onto songs pretty well. And like, I wanted to get to that point. And this song was me being able to be like, oh yeah, I can write about anything, you know, because even hearing you write songs like Lost for comics, I was like, damn, that's sick. Like, I can listen to this song and know, everything. Raul's told me literally all this at work.
Yeah, you literally know
every single thing he sang in the song at work, and I'm like, damn, I want to do that. Like, I want people to hear a song from me and be like, yo, Jeremy literally says this shit all the time, or yo, I know he feels that way. Like, you know, I want people to hear that and be like, you know, or to hear something and be like, yo, I didn't know he was actually feeling that way. I don't want to ever put out a song I feel like now and someone and just not be like connected to it or have me in it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. It's like just it took me personally like a long time to just get there because it's hard, bro. Like when you write a line, I think even together, when we're together writing, I censor myself. I don't tell you lines because I'm like, it's stupid as fuck. That is so stupid. I'm not even gonna say a word.
Yeah.
And it just happens like that, but it's crazy because I feel like when you listen to a song, you just want to feel like the artist connects with you, like y'all
gets you.
Yeah, you like like it's crazy.
And that comes from a place of just speaking honestly, you know. And I think the thing I learned about writing lyrics too, I was having a mental block like crazy for so long up until this song. It was just like it doesn't have to relate to everybody. I just kept thinking everything I wrote like had to relate to this specific group of people or this like. It had to relate to like every line had to relate to everybody, but I finally got to a point now where I'm just like, I need to relate to every single line.
Yeah.
And someone else will read these lines and it might hit them differently in a different way, but I need to, it sounds like such a simple, stupid concept, you know, like I need to relate to my own lyrics, but like, that's what would happen with me overthinking is I would just be like, no, like this isn't what I'm going through isn't exciting or fun enough. Like I need to be writing about what someone else is going through, or, you know, like I need to be doing something else. Cause there's nothing exciting going on in my life right now. I just need to write about something else. But this is the song that showed me like, yo, I can make anything I write relate to anybody just by keeping the core philosophy of just speak your truth. Like speak like the root of your thoughts and like what you're most scared of or what you're feeling in that moment. Just like pick up a mic and just word vomit. Yeah. And someone's going to identify with that exact feeling.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah, that's a big thing. And I think the more we do that, the more it's gonna connect with more audiences. I think people I don't know, man. People just want to hear that shit, bro. They just want to hear us.
Just want to hear honesty.
Yeah, honesty. That's what I love.
Even if they don't get it. I haven't gone through anything that Kendrick's gone through. Not a single thing. But when I listen to him talk about like his past and like his struggles and shit he's gone through, I'm like, damn, dude, like I'm so blessed I never had it like that, you know, like I didn't realize how fortunate I was that, you know, I wasn't like that, like, and I can look at someone like that and be like, damn, like he's so much stronger for getting through all that and being ahead of me in life too. You know, just anyone can listen to a story like that, like a Kendrick or like a Joyner or someone that's talking about their own specific situation and not trying to you know, relate it to anybody else, but still respect the hell out of it and find your own, like, find yourself somewhere in their story. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, I love that. I love a lot of, like, you know, my favorite lyrics are just conversational. Like right now.
Yeah.
I love that because I personally connect more with those.
Me too.
When I feel like it's someone that just says Like I could hear someone telling me that in a drunk conversation and like any conversation. It just speaks to me more. So
yeah,
I think with this track specifically, we really just went in and try to just be an open book to our fans. Like, yo, we're struggling getting you a song. So this is a song about struggling about getting you this damn song. You know what I'm saying?
It's so poetic that it like ended up being like that, you know, like that it was, I mean, and the funny thing is I had to go through both of these things. I had to go through two awakenings. I had to go through the lyrical awakening and I had to go through the video awakening.
Oh my God, let's go into that, bro. Holy shit.
I had to go through a video awakening too, where I was, again, like this song was just a really big mountain for me. But like there's a mountain I needed to climb to finally be at where I would consider like a peak for me, not the peak, but it was a mountain I had to climb to be at a peak and see like, yo, this is what I can do. What the fuck?
Yeah, you bodied this, and I know you know this, but we've been telling you this, but like, yeah, this was something that not that we didn't, I didn't think you were capable of. It was just like looking at it from you telling us what we had to do to actually going doing it. I was just like, bro, there's no fucking way we're doing this. And you pulled it off. You bastard. You're great. You killed it, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, dude.
How was that?
It was nerve-wracking because it was just nerve-wracking. There's a lot of preparation. There's a lot of stuff I want to share over time. Just I don't know with who, but just with people. Like maybe it's on Nevertel, maybe it's my personal account. But there's just so much prep work that went into this because I wanted this video to be just so incredibly sick. Like I wanted the reference for me. Now I'll speak of my reference real quick. My reference for me was Drink About It. From Issues, where it just, I looked at that video and I was like, dude, that is like that's a really good video for them because so much is happening in it. There's so many cool different scenes. You know, it's visually striking. Just the way it was edited too. I was just like, we need a video that feels as massive as that for us, you know, but we need to do it ourselves. You know, so it took a lot to sort of like, I've struggled a lot more with planning the video out first, like knowing what to do, what like would like look cool visually. Once I sort of know, then I can like manipulate lighting and all the shit that we have to sort of make it look cool. But it's also nerve-wracking when I've everyone in the band involved, like trying to build the set. Yeah. And if it looks bad or like it doesn't happen as quickly as I want it to, I feel bad just making everyone like, can you move that? We need to do like, especially the day of the pump house.
I was going to say that.
Because I know Alec hated me that day, bro. Alec was just like, this motherfucker.
Dude,
this motherfucker. I mean, I'm sure everyone was because it was hot. It felt awful outside. We were sweating. Like we had to do so much work. And I'll never do a scene like that again. Never in my life.
We get PTSD looking at that scene.
Dude, hearing I can't hear frogs and even fucking not get triggered right now. Because there's frogs going off all night while we're doing this shit. We were literally drenched in sweat because we had to like for this like I'll speak a little bit about the scene. This pump house. It was like this outdoor pump house that had no roof that we had to cover up with like clear tarp for some reason. Why? Because Jeremy wanted to make our jobs fucking harder. Like genuinely probably didn't even need to be there. But we had to cover the top with tarp. We had to cover the outsides with like shower liners so that we could put pink lights on them and sort of like illuminate them in this really cool like what I thought would look cinematic way. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted to, but we had a lot of work to do to even get it to where it was in the video. Yeah. And that was a moment when I like flipped on the camera and I was like, fuck, this doesn't look good. You know, that's when I really started to overthink everything. It was at that point too, where I was like, cause we did the first things we did were the kaleidoscope ones. And I was like, this is sick. This is really cool. We have something here, you know, we split the shoots up into like, I think 4 days total. 4 days total, probably over like 4 weeks. Yeah. 4 or 5 weeks, something like that. So it took a while just for editing or even just for shooting. But I think it was that at that point where I was struggling to be like, dude, is anything that I do sick? Oh my God, this like, and we just spent hours setting up the scene. And I don't like it. You know, it doesn't look good. Eventually I ended up looking at the footage later and digging it, but it was just like,
I remember that moment. Looking at you.
I looked on the camera and I just wasn't happy with it. Cause you know when I'm, you know when I'm psyched about something or not. And you were just like, what's going on?
I was looking at you because you were shooting it, and I looked at you. I was like, bro, what happened?
I was just like, this is not looking exactly. Because the problem is that it probably looked good to someone. Someone would look at that scene and be like, oh man, that's cool. But like, it didn't look how
you had
it in my head.
Yeah.
So I was not willing to accept how good it still was. I was just like, this isn't looking how I thought. This isn't looking like what I thought it would look like. It's bad. So I just sort of like grinned and bared it. Like the whole time I was shooting Josh, I was like, dude, this is all bad. Like this isn't good, but I'm just going to shoot it because.
Bro, and the thing was psyching out on you. What was it?
The gimbal. The gimbal was freaking out and I couldn't get the gimbal to work. And I was having an absolute awful time shooting Josh. Like it was just an awful, like it was grueling what we were doing. You know,
those scenes came out beautiful to me. Like and then now
looking at those scenes, when I went to look at the footage later, I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, why did I not like this? You know, like there's things I can nitpick about it, but like at the end of the day, they look cool. You know, the thing I really liked the most when we were shooting that day was Alex's shots.
Oh yeah, his shots were sick.
I remember we shot those in the pump house, like with the light behind him.
Yeah, and the flickering
lights and stuff, and I got close on him with the guitar and the pink and blue like lighting. I was like, this is really, really cool. That's awesome. Like, so I was at least happy walking away with that, but just the whole process. And then when it was all done, like having to sit down and edit it, I was just like, I was putting it off because I was like, dude, I don't even know where to start. You know, it's like if someone, even though you like tracked everything, it's just like having because you're like mixing and doing everything as you're going.
Yeah.
It's like having all the raw stems for a song completely and just starting from that. Shit. Like starting with raw stems that were sent to you that aren't quantized, no melodyne, no tuning, nothing. Just someone being like, all right, make something out of this, make a song out of this. We don't even know what it is yet. And you're just like, oh my God. Because I felt like as I was shooting it too, I didn't even know how I was going to edit it. I was just like, I don't even know what the first scene's going to look like. So it just took me sitting down and like, probably like you with the production, just playing with it. Yeah. Just sitting down and playing with it. Like what don't I hate? Start from there and then keep going. But yeah. The whole fucking thing was over. That was the definition of me overthinking everything in my mind. And
I think too, my favorite scenes, which I feel like we tied the bow with, was your scenes. Like when we were in Josh's house.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome. That shit was so crazy.
It's so funny because those are the scenes that I was most scared about. Because we had this idea originally where I was supposed to be
that was crazy
laying down. I was gonna make it like if anyone's seen the movie Midsummer, a little like Midsummer-esque, where like I was gonna be laying in grass. It was supposed to look like daytime outside, but it was gonna be like tight shots, like probably like if you're watching the video portion of this, like from chest up. And then be panning in and out, but it was supposed to be like me in like this like almost like cultist sort of like outfit with like I don't know, like, you know, daytime lights like over me to make it look like I was outside. We were gonna get fake grass or like real grass actually.
Yeah,
and,
we were gonna go to the whole thing,
and make like an outdoor scene where I was laying in grass and get like all this shit. And I was that to me was just so much work that I was getting so like nervous about doing it that eventually I think I don't know when I came up with it, but I was just like, dude, let's just stick some fucking you know what it was is there was this guy YC Imogen that I really like. Who he did a video with someone where he stuck newspapers on the wall and he did a panning in and out on like a slide.
Yeah.
So I just had that in my brain. I was like, I always loved that scene of his. So let's just like take some notes, scribble on notes and make it look like we're having a freaking, like we're spazzing out writing like the notes. We'll write the lyrics. We'll just write words from the songs, pictures, whatever. Like we were scrambling to just, you know, create a bunch of like stuff on this piece of paper. And I was like, let's just stick it to a wall and shoot it. And even then it was us playing with the scenes. We had done like 3 or 4 different shoots until we finally landed on like Josh told us to bring that overhead lighting. He brought this like huge, we have a picture of it on our Instagram, this huge like giant like pole structure where you can hang stuff from the top and drape it down. And
that made the difference. That was crazy when that got added.
Mm-hmm. When we had the light overhead and then we had like the lights on the corners of the notes sort of illuminating the background. And then And it's just like, again, it was a collaborative effort. Josh had a cool idea of like having that overhead, and then like, you know, letting us use his place. It was
awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. There's like a post I have still sitting on my Instagram, but I'd have to like thank you and everyone in the band for like putting up with how crazy, like a scatterbrained I was through this whole video, not really knowing what it was until like it was basically done, you know, because I'm ordering them around. Can you strobe for breakdown? We'll run it one more time the same way. Just give us to Alec and then we'll run it once he has that. Do we have any more fog? Up. Try pointing it straight up. Yeah, put the light there, do that there, put this over here, put your fucking
your phone
flashlight over this, do all this, you know, having them do all this crazy stuff, and you guys are probably like, I don't even know what this is gonna look like. I don't know what I'm doing right now with this, but he just told me to move this around, so I would do it, you know, like.
Yep. That was funny.
So I gotta thank everyone for just like doing everything that I say, giving me like all their available resources, whether it's the place they can give me, like their time, like just the lights, Josh's camera, everything, you know, like everything I have is borrowed and used from other people. And it's just like so nice to be able to use everything the band has, all of our collective like resources, talent, and like brain power to make something cool. Man. You know,
it's a lot of, I think one of the things that we've learned in doing is just trusting, you know what I mean? And I think this whole music video was like, we kind of just said, Jeremy, whatever your vision is, we back you 100% with it. And then we just, you know, followed up, and same with like the music and stuff. And it's just that I think that's why things move.
Yeah.
Cause we let it ride. You know what I mean? And it's like, if that person's great with it and they're very passionate about that, we just run with it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big learning curve we got to go through. And I think now it's like showing off, and it's dope.
Yeah, it's hard to initially just like sort of like just let someone do something as big as writing and producing a song, big as doing video for your band, and just letting them do that creatively and not having any input in it at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like once you sort of like see someone's passion in that sort of like in that sort of area, you need to nurture that and let them just run with it, you know?
Yeah. It's another question I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
How was editing the break?
Yeah, that was, I ended up not liking you for that very much. I was like, bro, Raul's making me edit all this shit on beat. Cause I was like, in my brain, I was like, it's going to look so cool. And then when I had to do it, I was like, I don't have a scene for this one like sound effect. I don't have a scene for this sound effect here. And then I had to have to go in. Oh man. But it was like, eventually when I finished it, I was like, no, it's like, it was just in the moment when I was like, God damn it, Raul, this is so good. But now I have to edit everything on beat to this. No, but that was the hardest part. That was the hardest part of the video, was finding enough usable footage. And like, you know, I just ripped videos off YouTube to like fill in some stuff too. And just finding enough stuff to make that feel like trippy and cool. And the thing I tried to tie in all the B-roll and all like the ripped footage was like, you know, chemicals in the brain. There's like some like stuff where it looks like chemicals are sort of like moving around, and like synapses firing like near like the end where they like all like spread and turn red. And then I tried to like sort of like tell a story visually with that's when it really started to click with me, where I was like, oh, it's about everything in my mind. So all the B-roll should be about stuff in the mind, like the head moving and like all this stuff. When it clicked with me, I was like, I just need to put all this cool shit in there. I don't know. It's just like,
100%.
It was, and that like scene really benefited a lot from that type of like footage.
Yeah. It was fucking awesome. When we saw it for the first time, we all freaked out.
Yeah, I was like, I knew it was sick when I was watching it. I was like how you are with the mixes, like probably just jamming it, being like, I know this is good, but I don't know how many notes I'm gonna have. I don't know, like, I don't know what other people are gonna think about it too, you know. So yeah, I was just super excited, like when I sent it, that it was like a resounding like, this is dope, literally. Because I was like, if anyone has any scenes that they want more of or whatever, like just let me know. And no one really said anything. They're just like, cool, move on. Like, this is sick. Let's just put it out. Let's just get it going, you know?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Proud of this one, bro.
Me too.
We bodied it.
We did. Killed it. So I think what I want to end on now is a question for both of us. I think we've probably discussed it a while, but what's the biggest thing you've learned from all this? Whether it's from mixing, whether it's just personal, whether it's like, anything. What's the number one takeaway you've gotten from this process of doing everything in my mind, planning the rollout, and finally putting it out? And you can take some time if you need to think about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Because I can just cut it in.
No, I'm trying to, I know what I want to say. It's just, I don't know how to say it. It's weird.
Yeah.
I think, I guess taking our time, I guess. That's the easiest way to put it.
Yeah.
Taking our time. I think when everything in my mind came out, we were all proud of it. We are all proud of it. Proud of the track, the visuals, everything, because we all put 1,000,000,000% into that. We put everything we could into it.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just taking time and making sure that you're proud of it. You're happy. Because at the end of the day, I love what our fans think and I love our fans, but at the same time, you've got to be happy with it. You've got to be like, damn, okay, I love this song. And I back this 100%. So I think it's just making sure as an artist to take time and that you love it. That was my takeaway with everything in my mind.
That's good.
What was yours?
I definitely also agree with that. But biggest takeaway for me was I need to fucking plan and schedule out my days in my life now.
Yeah.
Like I need to stop just doing things whenever I feel like it, or just stop just putting things off. There's a lot of like tendencies I had with just being creative where I thought it needed to be sporadic. It needed to be like in the moment. And sometimes it can be, but for this, especially for editing video, I was just like, I need to schedule things out. I need to not only to help get something done in a timely manner and get it like finished by a certain date, but to like help maintain relationships. Yeah. 100%. So that if Nikki knows, my girlfriend knows I've got scheduled, editing in the studio tonight. Yeah. If I have that written on the calendar, she knows that's happening. There's absolutely no debate about it. There's no, I thought we were going to do this, whatever. It's like, and that's helped my relationship and everything. And it's also helped me just prepare mentally for, okay, I know like I'm not doing anything today, but Thursday, Friday, I know I've already scheduled that I'm going to edit the video all night those nights. That, just having that sort of stuff planned out and not just being like, I'm just going to do it tonight. I'm just going to do it tomorrow night, or I might not do it tomorrow night. Just having things planned out, knowing where I should be, like having a date for something, writing, I bought whiteboards, like planning a rollout and stuff like that. Like having that, just having more structure to my life. I think that's what this song taught me is I just need to have more structure and be an adult and try to like take shit seriously,
That's good. Yeah. I need to do that.
Yeah. I was just, because I was like, dude, I felt bad too, because I waited a long time to even finish the video. And I'm sure, you guys are sitting around being like, all right, we shot all the footage. Like, where is like any sign that this video is going to be done? Where's the video at all? So I know now that like, I would just, instead of just like being like, oh, I'll just do it when I feel like it. Because for me, days can just pass and I won't even realize a week's passed. Yeah. Like I'll just be like, oh, I'll watch TV tonight, or I'll do this tonight, So if I can like look at a calendar, see what I have to do in the studio, like look at a whiteboard, see what's written up there, like do all these things for the rollout that I still have to do that just remind me all the time. Oh yeah, I haven't done that. Like I need to do that. And this is the date, or this is at least the tentative time. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do this day. Oh yeah, at 7, I've got a call at this time, every Wednesday we have van meetings, that kind of stuff really gives me structure and just makes me more productive and keeps me from like falling off and not, because the less work I do, the less I feel confident. So it's about like staying productive and staying confident in what I'm doing. Yeah. That's what I learned from all this.
Feel that. I need to do that. That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah. Ramon told me to do it too in the podcast. And I was just like, I need to do that. But then after the podcast, I was like, oh, back to watching fucking YouTube tonight. It finally just like clicked with this song where I was just like, it was like everything was bubbling up and I was like, okay, if I need to get all this done, I need to plan it out. Especially because like, we're writing, this little tidbit at the end, like we're writing for something coming. You know, like we're writing. We're trying to plan, like, you know, we're trying to plan out our year and figure out, you know, what new music looks like for Nevertel, how to package it, like, because we have stuff that we're really proud of right now. And I was just like, if I'm gonna do all this shit, all this writing, all these meetings, all this stuff, I need to like plan it out and have days that people know are every Wednesday we meet, every, you know, Saturday now or Sunday now we do vocals. Yeah. Every this and that we do this, you know, unless it's canceled for some reason because someone has something come up. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Cause I don't know. That's really good, man. I try to find ways to do that, but I tend to just always leave it. Mm-hmm. Like there'll be times where I'll be laying in bed. And I'll just be like, damn. I wish the snare wasn't too loud on this mix before work tomorrow morning. So I get up in the middle of the night, fucking just turn down the fucking thing and export it. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, but that's really good, man. I think that's great for what we're doing. Yeah. Yeah. For what we have coming. So.
Yeah, that's great. It's very great.
Awkward. No, it's very great.
No. So thank you everyone. For listening, whoever did. If you listened to this all the way through, I commend you. Truly. And let me and Raul know if you did.
Let us know.
Let us know by saying everything in my mind sucks, dude. Yeah. Send that exactly to us. Say everything in my mind sucks, dude. Yeah. And I'll know that you watched this all the way through. Because no one would possibly say that because the song is fucking gold, dude.
Go compare us to mad bands in the comments on everything in my mind. Go tell us we sound like Linkin Park. Tell us. Oh, this would be great. Yeah. Just comment Ludens.
Just comment. Yeah. Actually, don't. Yeah. Just comment Ludens. Yeah. Just say Ludens.
Fucking Ludens copy.
Yeah. Just reach out. Yeah. But let us know if you guys got anything from this or if you listened all the way through, because I never usually know. I put them up and I never really know if people listen all the way through. So
yeah, dude.
You know, I just wanted to sit down with you and explain to any other bands, any fans, 100%. Just like what our process is. And just, you know, for anyone that thinks like how I would think, I don't know about you, how I would think that's intimidating. How would I even do that? Yeah. Just to show people that it is a little intimidating, but you can do it.
Just got to go for it.
You just got to go for it. You just got to do it. You know, you just have to
not think about it.
You just have to do it. And like, even if you're scared about doing it, you could just do it and sort of think later, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Do it, guys. Do it. Thanks for having me, dude.
Do it, dude. Of course, dude.
This is fun.
Yeah.
We always got to do this.
Yeah. So if you guys are listening to this, if anyone at all is listening to this, at all, other than us at work tomorrow, other than us at work in the morning, then if you listen to this all the way through, we'll give you a copy of the demo.
Yeah, you won't.
Of everything in my mind. You won't.
I mean, you'll laugh. What's it called? It's great. Listen to this episode or whatever.
Oh, that's great. Well, dude, thanks for sitting down with me. I can't wait to do this more often once we sort of like figure out what this really is in our content rollout. But I think it's an important part.
100% or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Gang.
Thanks, bro.
Killed it.
Killed it, dude.
Killed it. We're done.
We're done, dude. That's a pod ripped, dude. Hell yeah.